Now at 4, we've got the latest on the potential for severe storms and an active 7-day forecast coming up as well.
Also today, we are hearing from Governor Braun about the next big issue he says he wants to tackle. Plus,
well, the cameras were flashing all day as we near the highly anticipated season for the Indiana Fever.
The Indiana Fever Media Day going on here at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. You'll get a chance to hear from all your favorite players. That's coming up for you on 13 Sports.
All right, fellas, and Jake Query from 107.5 The Fan is joining us live in studio to discuss the Pacers' exciting win and all that drama on the court that followed.
and prankster punished. We just learned what will happen to the culprit behind Shedeur Sanders' fake NFL draft phone call. Live from Indy, you're watching 13 News. Good afternoon. Thanks so much for joining us at 4 on another weather impact alert day. We are a few hours away from some potentially severe storms here in central Indiana, and it's all part of an unsettled weather pattern that apparently is going to be here for a while, huh?
Yes, the weather team has been tracking this and kind of getting us prepared for it because we've been leading up to it after a beautiful weekend.
Yeah, I know. And so here's the deal. We still have several more hours. I know a lot of this is baseball season. This is soccer season right now. Right?
So much going on.
Right now in good shape here, but we want folks to kind of be weather aware as we go through the evening. Let's show you where the storms are initiating along this warm front. If you've been outside for most of today, that air's been pretty comfortable compared to yesterday when it was rather humid. I've circled this zone here in southern Illinois, northern Missouri, far southwest Indiana. This is where the cells will start to initiate here. Now, we do have some rain on radar, and we still have very dry air to the north. You don't have much severe weather to worry about there. Peru, Muncie, doesn't mean you won't have storms later. You can see where the juice is a little bit higher there. In Bedford, approaching Bloomington and Columbus, and a 70-degree dew point in Huntingtonburg. That is the moisture that's going to be working up from the south with that boundary. But again, a lot of quiet time right now, although we do have some showers that are popping up. These are not severe and they won't be severe. It's going to be coming in from the southwest here. Temperatures upper 60s and 70s where that sun's breaking out. So here's the risk area for tornadoes. It does approach the 74 corridor, including Indianapolis. The farther north you go, the less chance. The farther south and southwest, Martinsville, Greencastle, Bloomington, Terre Haute, you have a higher chance that some of these cells later this evening will rotate here. Here's future track 13. Keep an eye on the clock. So this is by 9 p.m. Focal point, it still looks to be to the southwest. And once we get closer to midnight, these storms are going to start to get into the metro area. This is one of a couple of days of some severe weather potential. I'll have more on tomorrow's chance coming up in the 7-day forecast.
All right, and we want to keep you ready for today's weather impact alert day. You can do that by downloading WTHR Plus to follow the live Doppler 13 radar. You can also stream in-depth forecasts and watch our extended weather coverage as it happens. Just download it now on your TV and stream for free. And now to our headlines here. Our top story, Governor Mike Braun speaking this afternoon for the first time since this year's legislative session wrapped up, and it was a busy one.
Yes, and this was his first as Indiana's top elected official. Emily Longnecker is live from the State House. And Emily, the governor says he's looking forward to the next session.
Yeah, you know, Dustin and Felicia, we're not even a week out of this legislative session. Already Governor Braun is talking about the next legislative session. He told those gathered today, many of them were Republican lawmakers and members of his cabinet, to buckle up, not to rest on their laurels, and to get ready to hear some great ideas for the next legislative session. Governor Braun told those gathered there was likely more work to do on property taxes as well as lowering the cost of health care. Both were part of the governor's agenda going into this session, and while both areas were addressed in key legislation this session, how that legislation looked at the end of session was different from what the governor proposed at the beginning of session in what he wanted to see happen. Governor Braun did tout how much got accomplished in just 3.5 months and credited his close working relationship this year with lawmakers.
You can ask any legislator, even the ones that didn't come along with us. This is the most anybody from the second floor has been dealing with the third floor in a long, long time. And I don't know how much Mitch did it back then, but we were wearing them out in a good way because we were there talking to them. And I think that was welcomed, that they're going to have a partner on the second floor that's interested in really working with them to take Indiana into places I think we can go that no one imagined before.
And the governor said that Indiana is now being touted as a place to watch when it comes to moving towards more conservative ideals. He said usually that conversation only used to mention Florida and Texas, and now Indiana was part of that discussion. Now, coming up tonight at 6, we'll tell you what Governor Braun had to say about the work that he believes still needs to be done on property taxes and health care costs. Dustin, Felicia?
All right, all some important topics. Emily Longnecker reporting live from the State House this evening. Thank you so much.
And you can watch our in-depth coverage of the stories out of the State House shaping the future of Indiana and its impact on all of us on our political show, Crossroads Politics. It airs 10 a.m. every Sunday and on demand anytime on WTHR+.
Well, hey, Indiana Fever basketball is nearly upon us, and today it was a packed house inside Gainbridge Fieldhouse.
Packed for Media Day, and our sports team is there. Dom and Eli looking dapper and joining us to share the excitement around this team. Hey, guys.
Welcome to Gainbridge Fieldhouse, Indiana Fever Media Day going on here. All sorts of excitement. We've talked about it leading up to this highly anticipated season for the Indiana Fever. They're getting a chance to get some pictures, get some media done, and of course hearing from everyone on this Fever roster, including the front office. Vibes are high.
Yeah, very high, and why wouldn't they be? You have a strong finish to the end of last season.
All right, Kelsey, I'm ready now. Oh, that's got it. Perfect.
You have all of the offseason additions, whether it's free agency or by trade. Stephanie White comes back home to lead this group. And then, of course, you have Aaliyah Boston and Caitlin Clark, who are returning, that dynamic duo, Kelsey Mitchell as well. So there's a lot of reasons to be optimistic about this team.
No question about it. A deep, talented roster, and we're excited. So too are the players in front office. We got a chance to hear from them today.
I'm just really excited. I'm lucky to be here and to have been drafted here last year, and for this franchise to put so many great resources in front of us, whether it's, obviously building the new practice facility or, just how much they invest into us and all the resources that they provide us. So really just fortunate and excited for our roster.
Perfect. 1, 2, 3.
Pressure is a privilege. It is. Like, we all know, everybody who's been a part of a team, everybody who's won championships, everybody who's been a part of growing something special knows that a lot of things have to fall in line for you to win a championship. They do. That's why it's so incredibly difficult. But we're not shying away from the fact that we want to win a championship, that we want to position ourselves every single day to win a championship.
All right, so just this weekend, preseason games getting underway. The Fever will be right here at home at Gainbridge Fieldhouse at 1 o'clock, and then a little road trip west to the Midwest, Caitlin Clark's old stomping grounds in Iowa City to take on the national Brazilian team.
Yeah, that is quite the measuring stick in the preseason to see where you're at as a basketball team. We'll have much more coverage coming up for you at 5 and 6 here from Indiana Fever Media Day. Mr. Eli Gain sits down with head coach Stephanie White, and I got a chance to sit down with Caitlin Clark. You won't want to miss that, and we'll have all your extended coverage on WTHR+. We got a Fever. The only prescription is Fever basketball season starting. For Eli Gain, I'm Dominic Miranda, 13 Sports.
Oh, we'll have what you guys are having.
Sounds good. It's really something to be here in Indianapolis at this time for this team and what's going on right now and what they're doing not only for the Fever, but really for WNBA and for women athletes.
So I've been here 3 years, right? And so already just the transition of how much of a conversation the Fever are right now on the national scene, the transition that I've seen in just the 3 years has been astounding, really.
And the attention they're getting not only at home, inside Gainbridge for the games, but also TV viewership, people tuning in to watch every single game. That's awesome.
Speaking of, don't you forget it, because we are your local TV home of the Fever. You can watch 18 of their games this season right here on Channel 13, as well as our sister station, MeTV, which is Channel 13.3. So just scan the QR code you see right there on your screen. It's going to take you to the schedule so you can check out WTHR.com/Fever. It'll tell you everything you need to know, and the best part about it is all free. And today officially marks the kickoff to all the festivities for the month of May in Indiana.
So, to ring it in, because we're just that close to the month of May, race fans took over downtown for the 500 Festival Kickoff to May, presented by Star Bank. This is a really fun opportunity for fans to get an up-close look at the festival event cars. You can see right there they got to see a soapbox derby race. Organizers also announced the winner of this year's Connected Through May contest. This is a really neat idea. This is where people wrote a short story sharing their favorite memories from the 500 and the month of May. And this is just the beginning. Here is the list of events. So many events taking place this month. We've got May 3rd, the 500 Festival Mini Marathon and 5K. That's this Saturday.
Yes, this Saturday. Did you say Saturday?
This Saturday.
Saturday. And then, of course, you could see May 10th, the Grand Prix and 500 Festival Kids Day. May 23rd, May 24th, May 25th, the Indy 500. That's what you need to, of course, mark your calendar for. And we're in a place for you right here.
Yeah. You know what's missing, though, is the countdown clock. I've yet to see a countdown clock.
You all love a good countdown here.
We do.
It's a Hoosier thing.
A new memorial is now in place here in Indy to remember those who gave the gift of life.
You can find it at the Indiana Donor Network's headquarters, and it actually honors Hoosiers and celebrates over 1 million lives that have been saved through donations. Today, the organization welcomed families to see the memorial and celebrate the selflessness that got them to where they are now.
It has interactive touchscreen kiosks, responsive lighting and sound, a ton of visual displays. There are those touchscreen kiosks you're looking at right there. And the centerpiece of it all is a 4-story tree of life.